up a t-shirt, sweatshirt. Support the Cougars.
Welcome everybody to Bryan High School as we get set for kickoff here between the Gross Catholic Cougars and the Blair Bears here on homecoming night. Joey Kirkland alongside me, Austin Ulmer. Austin, should be an interesting game here tonight. The Cougars entering with a 2-1 record with the Bears 1-2, but could be a potential momentum switch here for the two teams. The Cougars coming off their first loss of the year against Elkhorn. That was a 27-13 loss, and the Bears a dominant 48-6 win on the road against Ralston.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a good matchup, and I was able to talk to Coach Van Hout yesterday, and he talked about how he was looking forward to this matchup. He likes the way that the game plan that they have in store against this Blair team, but this is a Blair offense that they really like to put the ball all over the place. They're averaging this season 32 points a game, Joey, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do against this, Gross defense that's kind of at times had some trouble stopping the run. We'll see what they can do tonight, but Coach Van Hout, he said they had a good week of practice. He was really happy how they looked down there on the practice field, and as I said, he's got a good game plan in store for them tonight. And he knows they got good speed. They like to spread the ball all over the field, and they got Coach's son behind under center for them.
Yeah, and this Blair team has a really interesting offensive identity. From the run game, it's honestly kind of similar to Gross last year of having a dominant running back that can just pound through, and that's number 6, Brock Templar, actually the son of assistant coach Trevor Templar. But he is a dominant player. Last game against Ralston had 18 carries, 97 yards, and a total of 3 touchdowns. And you can make a case that that's his worst stat line of the year. That's how good he's been. And the season opener had 138 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. And the second game of the year had a whopping 32 carries, Austin, for 210 yards and a touchdown. And even last year against Gross, they lost 34-7 in that matchup, but Templar had 16 carries that he turned into 100 yards.
Yeah, I think that's really the key to the game, Joey, is stopping this running game for the Bears. They've had some success, and as I said, they put up a lot of points. So the Cougars defense, they're going to need to be on point tonight, but they're feeling confident coming into this one. It's a homecoming game. It's going to be loud here, lots of fans on hand, not a lot of empty seats down there in the crowd. So it's going to be interesting to see a real good matchup. I feel like we're going to see a really athletic, fast game, and one of those athletic players, Cogswell for the Cougars, having an outstanding year on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely. Cogswell, sort of a Swiss Army knife, a guy that can contribute pretty much anywhere on the field. In their last game against Elkhorn, 6 receptions for 79 yards, had 4 carries, which he turned into 18 yards, then also had 9 tackles and a fumble recovery on defense. Just a player that can do a bit of anything, a bit of everything, but this is a Gross team where their identity on offense has changed a lot from last year. They had obviously Jake Garcia at running back, a man where they could hand it off just about any play, and he could give him 10 yards a play. He was a fantastic back. And they don't have him this year. Lost 4 of their last year linemen, so it's a different team. But number 4 quarterback senior Colby Duncan stepping into a much larger role, really airing it out a whole lot more. Numbers that we didn't see a lot last year. In that last game, they had 43 passing attempts to just 29 carries, but Duncan's ready to step into the season opener. You were there to call that game. He had 314 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns and no picks. Just a smart player. He's able to lead this team. We'll see what he has tonight in this game.
Yeah, he's the leader on this team for sure. And I talked to Coach Van Hout about Colby Duncan and how important he is to this team, that leadership coming back. And I asked him about that first game. It was the second possession, the defense, against Beatrice in that first game, stopped him at the 8-yard line. What's Colby Duncan do? Throws a 92-yard touchdown pass, and that kind of set the momentum for the season. And Coach talked about that and how that kind of got them ready to go, but they're going to throw the ball quite a bit. We're going to see that run-pass option a lot. He said due to, them passing the ball this year, they lost probably close to 100 pounds on that offensive line with 4 of their 5 starters on the O-line gone. Ryan Weiss, the only one to come back, and he's been vital for both sides of the ball on the line.
Yeah, and mentally for Duncan, that's got to be a big adjustment, going from a role where more often than not you're handing it off to being the guy that's slinging it, but he's handled it well. For Blair, they have a quarterback that doesn't have to throw it a lot, but is extremely efficient. That's Bodie Sukup. Last game was 16 for 19, 193 yards, 3 touchdowns on the year, a 73% completion rate, so an efficient player. But we're going to take a quick break right now as we get ready for the national anthem, but don't go anywhere. This game's sponsored by Fast Physical Therapy of Foot and Ankle Center of Nebraska and Omaha. We got a great homecoming game set for you in just a few minutes. We'll take a break and be right back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bryan Stadium, the home of the Cougars, for the homecoming game tonight for Gross Catholic. On behalf of Gross Catholic High School, we'd like to welcome all the visiting fans, all the Cougar fans, all the Cougar families, and especially our great alumni. Cougar family is happy to have you as our guest this evening for tonight's game between the visiting Blair Bears and the Gross Catholic Cougars. We ask that you all cooperate with us in making this an enjoyable event by practicing good sportsmanship. Be proud and be loud, but please keep it positive. At this time, we invite everyone to rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats. Please stand for our opening prayer. We ask you remain standing at the conclusion of the prayer for the playing of the national anthem, performed this evening by the Cougar Band. Gross Catholic is a Catholic high school in the Marianist tradition, and as such, we begin all activities asking for God's blessing. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. God in heaven, we come before you tonight and we give you thanks for your many blessings. May the actions of all here this evening, players and fans, always reflect your love for all people. Please keep all the athletes free from injury, and may they be strengthened in mind, body, and soul to do their best each day. Together we pray the Marianist doxology. May the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit be glorified in all places through the Immaculate Virgin Mary. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, today's game day sponsor is Fast Physical Therapy. Foot and Ankle Center of Nebraska and Iowa. Thank you for your sponsorship.
Back from the break, ready to get into the action here for the homecoming game between Gross Catholic Cougars and the Blair Bears. Austin, what would you say is the key to victory for each of these teams tonight?
I think for Gross, getting off to a fast start, especially on the defensive end, stopping this running game, not letting Templar kind of have his way against this defensive line. So I think it's going to be between the two lines. That's where it's going to be a battle of the trenches. It's going to be a good game. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And what I'm really excited to see tonight is how the adjustments look for each of these teams, because as I mentioned a minute ago, Blair obviously operates through that run game with Templar, but they're able to adjust by having Sukup throw it a little more. For Gross right now, we've seen Duncan really leading the offense. The question is, who are the other names we're going to be saying tonight? Nate Picard has been the other main guy from the run game. He's getting the majority of the carries, but also a few receivers that have had some big games. Weston Miller in the season opener had 7 receptions for 110 yards, but only had 3 receptions last game. So there are a few guys where we could see their name called a lot depending on how the defense adjusts, but it'll be a fun one to see. And Gross will be receiving the opening kick. We're about to get underway here for some homecoming football action. It will be Blaise Bauman kicking off here for the Bears.
Yeah, and just one note, Joey. Coach told me this yesterday when I talked to him. Weston Miller, if you're watching at home, wearing number 15, said since they're wearing the orange jerseys, didn't have enough for the number 5, so wearing 15 in this one.
He was wearing number 5 to start the year. That's Heffelfinger picking up the kick return. Gets that one just past the 25 and right around the 30-yard line. And so that'll be where the Cougars start off today.
And this is kind of what I was talking about. The Cougars are going to want to try to get off to a hot start. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a deep pass here right away. Set the momentum of this game. They want to kind of set the pace and start off strong.
Yeah, Colby Duncan ready to lead this team out here on offense. And yeah, just knowing this team from last year, it's so weird to even hear the deep ball being set on a first down to start the game, because we knew them as a team that is going to be running more often than not. But we'll see what they're doing here. Duncan ready to go on first down, rolls out to the right. Pressure coming, gets that pass off. That one is complete just past the 40-yard line. That'll be Cogswell.
Yeah, Cogswell leads the team in receptions, Joey, with 19, also in yards, 234, 1 touchdown on the year. So already early going to him.
Yeah, and you made sure to mention Cogswell in pregame, and right away he's able to move the chains. That first down brought to you by Great Personal Service Bank. So here we are, first down at the 42-yard line. Motion here from Heffelfinger. Duncan with the handoff, right up the middle, just a few yards there. And that was Pekar on the first down carry. So after the tackle from McGillen, they're going to say it's a gain of 3. So 2nd and 7 now, ball at the 45-yard line. And we'll see how the defense here from Blair works. The first 2 games of the year had a lot of struggles. Last game against Ralston really was able to lock it down, only giving up 6 points in that game.
Yeah, it forced 2 turnovers in that game as well, Joey.
Duncan there on the option, kept that one. Able to get a few more yards on it.
Yeah, and Colby Duncan, the team's leading rusher, also 30 carries, 162 yards, 2 touchdowns on the year. So he can kind of do it all.
Right, and he's been a smart player, knowing when to keep it, when to get off for the pass. So it'll be 3rd and 5 here, ball at the 47-yard line. And there's a lot to be said about that versatility of having a quarterback where the defense has to be ready for him to take off. But here he is all by himself.
They're showing blitz, Blair. We'll see if they keep these guys. Oh, they drop them back.
5
There's
wide.
One coming.
Going for the deep ball here for Weston Miller. Too much on it. That pass incomplete. 4th down. Now coming for the Cougars. We're going to see the special teams head out.
And this is, excuse me, Joey, this is a Blair special teams. They had a blocked field goal in the last game, so something to keep an eye on, what they can do on the special teams. That can make a difference late in these close games. So, special teams always important.
Absolutely. Number 51, Thomas Chico's 2 block field goals on the year. And then number 1, Ethan Basler, who I believe is set to return this kick, had a 94-yard kick return in the last game against Ralston. This punt away. They're going to let that one bounce. Taking a nice roll there, and it looks like the Bears will be starting at the 16-yard line. So time for number 12, the senior, Bodie Sukup, to lead this Bears team out on the field.
First and 10 for the Blair Bears. They'll start at their own 15-yard line.
Yeah, and this is, already some tough field position for the Bears. So this is a big opportunity for this Cougar defense to hold them back, hold the line, not give up too much yardage, and try to get the ball back on a punt.
Absolutely. And when you're this far back on the field, it's when you love to have a running back like Templar who can just push his way through, get those easy yards. First play of the drive. It is a handoff to Templar. Wraps around to the right side of the field, able to create some space, get a first down. Big run there from Templar. Ends up running through the defender to get out of bounds. Big first play. Gain of about 15 yards.
Yeah,
looks like the ball will be at the 31-yard line.
They're going to want to keep an eye on him all game long. They like to throw him the ball sometimes, too. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him out wide, see him on some screen passes. So, very versatile back.
Absolutely. Templar with a receiving touchdown in that win against the Ralston Rams. Motion here. Screen pass. And that's Baslar able to move the chains once again. This ball just shy of the 50-yard line. Great work from the Bears in these first 2 plays. Defense going to need to be able to get those quick adjustments here. Ball will be marked down at the 48. Quick work here from the Bears. Once again, Templar in the backfield. Sukup with the handoff. Going to the left side of the field, and again, Templar a big run. And he still is not going down. Both of his runs, he's gone out of bounds, stayed on his feet the entire time.
Yeah, and just early on in the game, something I'm noticing, Joey, they can't let him get to the outside. You want to kind of force him to go up the middle, run downhill, try to stop him that way, because once he's got a lot of speed. Once he catches that edge, it's hard to bring him down.
Right, nobody been able to catch up to him so far. Ball now at the 39-yard line. You talked about how far back the field positioning was for the Bears, but in just 3 plays, moving it all the way downfield. Great start to this drive for the Blair Bears. Another screen pass here to Baslar. And pretty much the same thing as the last one, just off to the right side of the field. Looks to be a gain of 9. Cogswell making the tackle. Mentioned he had 9 tackles in that last game. And they'll say that was a gain of 8.
Haven't seen a whole lot of pressure from the Cougars early on in this one.
We'll see what the defense brings here. 2nd and 2.
Showing blitz right now.
Sukup's going to hand this one off. We see Templar go up the middle for the first time this game. Able to do enough for the first down. Ball taken to the 26-yard line.
Gain of about 4. It's good for a first down for the Bears.
Moving the chains, and the Bears seem already ready to go on this first down play. Just over 8.5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Screen pass here. This one taken to the left side of the field. Nice stiff arm there before going down. That's number 22. That one is Creighton Macmillan.
Ethan Lee on the tackle.
And that's the name of the game for Blair. These short passes, screen passes, trying to get to the outside, utilize the speed that they have. And so far, it's proven to be quite effective against this Cougar defense.
And right now, that 73% completion rate starting to make a lot more sense. Not
right.
A whole lot of deep balls, just these quick passes here for Sukup. Second down. He's going to keep this one, and they're going to take him down for a loss of yards. Great work by the Cougar defense. Nate Pekar gets the tackle for loss.
And there's that pressure, Joey.
Been waiting to see it, and right there, able to pay off. So it'll be the first third down here for the Bears. It'll be 3rd and 6 now. The 22-yard line.
Got to watch the slant here if you're the Cougars.
Here's Sukup on the third down. He's going to hand this one off to Templar. Able to break one tackle, but goes down. We'll see where they mark it. He will be short. Looks to be about 4th and 1.
That's an interesting play call to me, Joey. Surprised they didn't want to put it in the air. And
right, and it leaves them short, but it looks like the offense will be staying on the field 4th and 1. So far in the year, this Bears team does not have a single made field goal. Only attempted one, and you got to think in these situations, they like knowing they have a big running back. However, you don't see number 6 with them. That'll be number 25, Blaise Bauman, in the backfield. Oh, but we see Sukup going up close. He's going to try and push through himself. We'll see where they mark it. The Cougar team seems to think he is short. And it looks like he is. That'll be a turnover on downs. Big stop there for the Gross Catholic Cougars.
yeah, and you want to talk about momentum shift right there. That is a huge stop. Now we'll see if the offense can come out, kind of get their footing underneath them and get some big points, put some points up on the board.
Absolutely. You saw right there Sukup running up, trying to catch him off guard with the sneak. The defensive line, however, was beyond ready. So it'll be first down here for the Cougars. Almost identical starting field position as to what the Bears had. They were on the 16, but here the Cougars starting at the 17-yard line. You see Weston Miller in motion. Duncan's going to fake the handoff, roll out by himself up the middle. Nice run here for Colby Duncan. He goes down at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, took a shot there at the end, but gets right up. That just shows the toughness of Colby Duncan, the leader of this team. You know, also on the basketball team, he just does a ton for this school and for this locker room, and able to pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and I think you love to see a quarterback that's not afraid of contact. He ran right at Ethan Basler and was not afraid of what was going to happen.
So that first down brought to you by Great Personal Service Bank. And that starts that momentum I was talking about. If they want to get that momentum shift, getting the first down early, that's real big, Joey.
Yeah, and that first play big because now you're happy with the field position. Obviously, you want to get further, but you don't feel crammed at the 31-yard line. Some room to operate, and you see the flick back there to Heffelfinger. Bit of a misdirection over to the left side of the field. He's going to get the first down and some more. Works past his defender and is out just shy of the 50-yard line. Great play there from the Cougars. And that first down brought to you by the Great Personal Service Bank. Cougars moving the chains once again. Ball will be placed at the 48. A beautiful misdirection there from the Cougar offense.
Yeah, awesome trickery. The whole defense was going to that right side of the field and then shifted gears.
And Heffelfinger coming off his best game of the year against Elkhorn. 9 receptions for 78 yards. Motion here from Cogswell. First down handoff. Up the middle, first down and more. Ball going down at the 38-yard line. Great play there from Pekar. And once again, Cougars moving the chains. That one brought to you by none other than Great Personal Service Bank. Ball now at the 39-yard line. 6 minutes remain in this first quarter. Quick huddle here from the Cougars. And right now, seems like they're really starting to get into their rhythm on offense. Once again, you see Duncan with Picard to his back. Miller in motion over to the left side. This one will be another handoff to Picard. Gets this ball to the 36-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3.
And away from the play, Weston Miller with some nice blocking. I don't know if you saw that. Came on the motion, went out and just placed a nice block out there. So it's what you like to see. I talked about it. Battle of the trenches, block. And so far, both teams kind of doing a nice job moving the ball. Still no points on the board.
Absolutely an aggressive start from both teams. Looking to make those big plays. Second down here for the Cougars. Again, seeing a man in motion. That one, Heffelfinger. The quick pass to Heffelfinger. We do have a flag on the play. He is taken down out of bounds by number 11, Brady Brown, at the 30-yard line, but we'll see if this one's going back.
Penalty marker down on the play.
We'll wait for the call here while the referees discuss. And this one will be going back. Be a repeat second down here.
Yeah, it's going to be second and long now.
Moving back 5, so that'll be 2nd and 12. Ball now at the 41-yard line. And this time Duncan all by himself. See what the Cougar offense has ready to go.
Cogswell way out wide, something to keep an eye on.
And the pass here to none other than Cogswell. Had him overthrown a bit, though. That pass a little too far to the right. Incomplete, and a 3rd and 12 coming here.
Yeah, and so far, Joey, for Gross, doing a lot better moving the ball on the ground. Passing game, still trying to kind of get that going. We'll see if they can do that here. 3rd and long. This is, you would think, a big passing opportunity here. Probably can't kick a field goal from this length, so.
Right, Duncan definitely getting ready to air this one out. See 3 receivers out to his right. Pressure getting right through to him. Able to evade a few defenders. Duncan's going to try and take this one off. Able to get a few. He'll be short of the first down, but an impressive job there by Duncan evading the defensive pressure. The line all over him.
Yeah, that was a nice job running for his life there. Able to scramble, get out of the pocket, and get closer to that first down. You would think they're going for it here all the way.
Absolutely. 4th and 2. Offense will be staying on the field. So great job by Duncan creating a 4th down opportunity for this Cougar offense.
And this is a big, big 4th down. And something to note, Joey, on the year, Gross, 60% on 4th down conversion. So
you see Duncan out in a shotgun formation. He's going to hand this one off, trying to wrap around to the right side of the field. Able to push forward a bit. We'll see where this ball's marked. Was well short at first. Was able to get that second burst. And so we'll see where it's marked.
And they give it to him.
That will be a first down. Great job by the Cougars, getting us one more great personal service bank first down of this drive. Ball now at the 29-yard line. You do notice Pekar going off to the sideline to get a quick breather. Just over 4 minutes remain in this first quarter.
Yeah, and that first down for you folks listening at home was brought to you by Great Personal Service Bank.
You see 2 backs behind Duncan here. Fakes the handoff, pitch to his side. Nice play here by the Cougars. Able to run through a few defenders, get it just shy of the 10-yard line. Great play there by Henry Nospich. Mainly hear his name on the defensive end, but able to get a huge first down play. One more brought to you by Great Personal Service Bank.
Yeah, and that's a linebacker coming at you full speed and showing off his power there. One last broken tackle at the end of that run, but they're calling it back there, Joey.
Yep, the holding will take the Cougars back. Nospich getting his time to shine on offense, but this one will not count. Was a big play, able to get through a few defenders, and even as he was going down, run through one more. And so this ball now going back to the 39-yard line. So it moves to a 1st and 20 here for the Cougars. Once again, Nospich to the side of Colby Duncan. Going to go for the screen pass to him, but that one incomplete, and it'll be second down here. However, we do have a flag on the field.
incomplete.
Could potentially be a rough in the passer call. We saw Duncan hit the deck.
Yeah, they might be getting a rough in the passer call here. That's what it is.
So a big penalty set back the Cougars a play ago, but this time working to their advantage. So while it's not how they intended, we do see the Cougars moving the chains once more. And again, a Cougar first down brought to you by Great Personal Service Bank. So ball now at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, and so far we've seen both offenses move the ball pretty well, get out of some tough field position, but then penalties, back and forth between the two. Not a very clean game. We'll see if that'll change here.
Cougars lining up on first down. See Cogswell in motion. Quick handoff here. Henry Nospich gets the handoff, only able to get a gain of a few. Looks to be a 1-yard pickup. And we'll see him run off as we see Pekar come back into the game. So 2nd and 9 now.
Haven't really seen a lot early on here from Weston Miller. We'll see if they try to get something going to him there, Joey.
Yeah, and last game only had 3 receptions, was able to get a touchdown out of one of those, but usually a player that we'll see Duncan really looking for throughout the game. And right now, Duncan by himself in the backfield, 2nd and 9. Firing this one for the end zone, just shy and incomplete to Heffelfinger. Heffelfinger elevating right there, trying to make the grab over the defender, but strong coverage by Ethan Basler. So a 3rd down now coming here for the Cougars. Ball at the 23-yard line.
Another big 3rd down here. We'll see what they can do. 50% on the year on 3rd down conversions are the Cougars.
Right now, Cougars going to try and get into the red zone for the first time this game. And again, it's Duncan by himself. Defense all over him, and that is a big loss there for the Cougars. 4th down coming. Duncan just taken over by the Bear defense.
Yeah, that was Ben Holcomb for Blair, just coming on the blind side of Duncan and didn't even see him, ran right into him. Loss of yards there.
So now it becomes a tricky situation here for the Cougars. Looks like they're going to keep the offense out here, but it'll be a 4th and 12 at the 26-yard line. And we saw earlier that 3rd down where we saw Duncan able to pick up 10 yards to create that 4th. Right now, almost seeing the opposite here. It becomes a very tricky 4th down situation for the Cougars.
Yeah, they got to get to the 14-yard line here to get the 1st down.
Pressure coming here from the Bears. Duncan fires to Cogswell, and he's going to move the chains. Another big, Great Personal Service Bank 1st down. Cogswell making a big reception, and the ball now in the red zone here for the Cougars.
And another 4th down conversion for the Cougars. It's almost as if they thrive on 4th down, Joey. Pick up the 1st down. What a play there.
Absolutely, really not shying away. Already 8 4th down conversions on the year. Just the first quarter of the 4th game of the season. So ball at the 12-yard line here. Cougars trying to score the first points of this game. Motion here for Pekar. He's going to hand this one off to Cogswell. We have a loose football here. We'll see who's on it. And it appears to be the Bears. We'll wait for the call, and that is a turnover there. This one picked up by the Blair Bears. So each team getting into the red zone, and then a turnover. The Bears had a turnover on down, and right here, the fumble from Cogswell.
Yeah, costly turnover right there in the red zone, what you don't want to do. Now it's up to this Cougar defense to hold them. This is some tough field position still for the Bears, so they'd like to stop them here, get that offense back on the field.
Right, and early on we've seen each team kind of take temporary claims of the momentum, but nobody really fully grabbing onto it. So 50 seconds remain. The ball on the 13-yard line, that's where the Bears are going to start with it. Handoff for Templar. Going to get this one just shy of the 20-yard line. Appears to be a gain of 6.
Ball carried by Brock Templar. Tackled by Henry.
Excuse me, gain of 1. Ball be at the 14-yard line.
2nd and 9.
Now 30 seconds remain in this first quarter. Once again, Sukup, Templar right behind him. Motion here from Baselar. Looking to air this one out. That pass tipped, nearly intercepted, appeared to hit the ground first. Henry Nospich trying to make the diving play.
He just missed catching that there, Joey.
Yeah, but great work from the defensive line, able to knock that ball into the air. And so it'll be a 3rd and 9 here. 10 seconds remaining in this first quarter. And we've seen so far this game, really the only action in the air has been those quick screen passes. And we saw Sukup faking the screen pass, trying to go for the deeper ball, but had no luck. Could be a big stop here for the Cougars. 3rd and 9, we see Sukup roll out to his right. Defensive pressure, airs this one out to Baselar, but that one incomplete. Tried to keep his feet in bounds and lost that ball.
Yeah, and that's a big stop there on 3rd down for this Cougar defense there, Joey. There is a flag on the play.
Wait to see what the call is here. Quick meeting here between the referees. And if we see this penalty on the Bears, a great opportunity for the Cougars to start this next drive in great field position.
Yep, and it is on Blair.
So that penalty will be declined. So it'll be a 4th and 9 here.
This is an opportunity for the Cougars to get a block punt here, too.
Absolutely. So a 4th and 9 coming up. You see the punt team getting on ready on the field. And last year, we saw this Cougar team get a lot of action on the special teams, lot of block punts.
Definitely.
And we know special teams is not something that Coach Van Hout has overlooked, taking a lot of time making sure this team's ready to go.
Back to punt for the Bears.
And so Bodie Sukup, the quarterback, is ready to punt this one away.
Yeah, they got Weston Miller back. He's got some speed.
See what the referees are discussing here. And looks like they might call that the end of the first quarter. So we will take a quick break and be back in just a minute, but don't go anywhere. We got a scoreless first quarter, but it's been a fun one. Today's game sponsored by Fast Physical Therapy, a foot and ankle center of Nebraska and Iowa. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Once again, folks, split the pot tickets for sale this half. Men's basketball program is selling split the pot tickets. Get yours now. Miller's Spirit Shop is open. Great Cougar gear for sale. Get your awesome Cougar gear for tonight's game. Welcome back as the two teams return to the field. We prepare for the second quarter. No score so far in this one. And it'll be Blair punting away. Back to receive is Weston Miller. The kick is up. And takes a few hops, and that will stop just short of midfield. Right about the 49-yard line. So already a couple possessions from this Cougar offense, not able to get in the end zone. Had that costly turnover just a little bit ago. But Joey, what are you looking to see here in this third possession for Gross?
Well, I want to see if they can pick it up where they left off. Obviously, they had that fumble on their last drive, but had an amazing drive, able to work it down the field, started back at their own 17 and really pushed it downfield. Just consistent offense from Colby Duncan and company. So we'll see what they have ready to go this second drive.
So it is Colby Duncan working in the kind of a pistol formation. And now this is Pekar out wide and throwing it, and it is Cogswell. Cogswell gets stopped just short of the first down marker, it looks like. Right at about the 38-yard line. It looks like where they'll spot him.
Gain of 7 on the play. It's 2nd and 3.
Yeah, nice quick agility there from Cogswell. Looked like a play where, as he caught it, might have been going down right away, but had that quick juke to the right side and was able to get a little more area in the middle of the field before the big hit there from Ben Holcomb.
So 2nd and 3 from the 42, is where they place it. And now in the gun, Colby Duncan takes the snap, hands this one off. And able to get to the outside. That's Pekar, and nice little run there to pick up the first down. For you fans at home, that Cougar first down brought to you by Great Personal Service Bank. Another first down, and that's a good way to get the momentum started for this third possession for Gross.
Absolutely, and before the game, you talked about your conversation with Coach Van Houten, how he was saying the increased production in the air really opens up that run opportunity, and right there we saw the defense really just not prepared for Pekar to take off with it, had a lot of open field on that play.
So now Duncan in the pistol, drops back. Throwing that one, and he finds Cogswell once again, his favorite target, and picks up another first down. That's another Great Personal Service Bank first down. And now the Cougars really moving the ball. Just over 10 and a half to go here in this first half.
And Cogswell, just a fun player to watch on both sides of the field. He's not a guy that's going to kill you with his speed or his strength, one or the other. Just consistent on all sides of the ball, able to really just work, create those strong opportunities on offense and defense.
So now an empty backfield. Duncan working in the gun. And he puts Pekar in motion. And finds Pekar in a little screen pass and able to take it out of bounds just before the first down marker.
Pass complete to Nate Pekar.
And it looks like it'll be at the 11-yard line.
It's 2nd and 3.
So 2nd and 3 now from the 11. They're working in the red zone here.
And since this drive started, the Cougars really just seeming to be in control. We talked about how this is a Blair defense that has really struggled to start their year until last week. The Cougars looking to take advantage.
So there's the snap and the handoff. And up the middle, keeping it is Pekar. And he picks up another Great Personal Service first down.
First down for the Cougars.
So
First and goal.
it will be 1st and goal now, working from the 9.
Neither team struggling to get into the red zone, yet the first time we've seen either team get inside the 10, it's been those red zone turnovers that have hurt both teams so far in this game.
And the snap. Colby Duncan keeps it, now pitches it. And that is, looks like Nosbish who took, no, it is Pekar with another gain on the ground. And looks a little shaken up, goes to the sidelines. So Nosbish will come in.
2nd and goal for the Cougars.
Yeah, you saw right there. Second he went down, seemed to start motioning to the sidelines, walking in his own strength, so doesn't appear to be anything serious, just needed a quick break.
So they did lose 2 on that run. It'll be 2nd and goal now. Four out wide, one in the backfield. Now Cogswell in motion, going to the other side. Handoff, Nosbish up the middle, and he is in the end zone. And that is our first Emergent Tree Health Services, building a better canopy, one tree at a time, touchdown. And the Cougars are on the board, 6-0.
And Nosbish, just his size and strength, guy that you really want in opportunities like this, able to push through and get to the end zone. Now tied with both Duncan and Pekar with 2 rushing touchdowns in the young season.
So Hernandez-Diaz out to kick, and it is good. So 7-0 now. Cougars are on the board. Once again, that scoring play sponsored by Emergent Tree Health Services, building a better canopy, one tree at a time.
And we said going into that last drive, curious to see if they could work off the momentum they started to build before that turnover, and clearly they had no issue doing that. just really was able to deceive the Blair defense and consistently work the ball down the field until they got in the end zone.
Well, and I wouldn't be surprised, Joey, if we see them kind of bring Nosbish out and hand the ball off to him a little more. They're having a lot of trouble bringing him down as far as Blair goes.
Yeah, just the size he has, really hard when he gets momentum and starts working downfield. Not an easy guy to take down.
Well, when I talked to Coach Van Hout, he just kept talking about how happy he was with the practice after coming off that loss. He said it was a hard loss to take on the chin, as the words as he put on it. And that's a good way. Get on the board first, but now your defense has to go out and get another big stop.
Yeah, in a long season like this, you're going to have your good days, your bad days. The question is how you respond. So you have Blair coming off their best game of the year, a dominant win. Are they going to take that momentum and try and take it to the next level? And then on the flip side, Gross, their first loss of the year, 27-13, 3 turnovers. Are they going to neaten it up and play stronger? And they have done so far in this game.
So now two teams out for the kickoff. 8:10 to go in this first half. And the kick is away, a little squib kick. And receiving it, this is Holcomb, and Holcomb taken down just about right at the 20-yard line.
It's exactly what you love to see from the Gross special teams. The squib getting bobbled a bit to slow him down, and the defense quick to make that tackle.
First and 10 for Blair.
So now out working in the gun, it will be the Bears quarterback, Soka.
And so far in this game, a lot more action from him than I expected to see. Not a whole lot from Templar besides the first drive and a little bit of that second drive.
So now the snap. And the handoff to Templar, trying to get to the outside, and he will be brought down, still on his feet. No forward progress called. And gets all the way to about the 30-yard line. So it will be second and 1.
And right there in that huddle towards the end was about 5 orange jerseys to the 1 white jersey, and he still was able to push forward for a few extra yards.
So now a pistol formation for the Bears. And the snap, another handoff to Templar, and he will pick up the first down. Clock continues to run now.
Tackled by Carson Kruzel.
So under 7.5 to go in this first half.
And Templar still down.
Yeah, Templar on the ground.
And if you're the Bears, that is the last thing you want to see. Really starting to work this offense through him, able to move the chains consistently when you give it to him. But right now they're going to need to bring some trainers over to meet with Templar.
And it looks like he was kind of working on that left foot there. So that is not good if you're a running back.
Obviously don't want to see any of your players down on the ground, but when it's a key player like Templar, just a costly injury. You see now walking on his own power, a bit of a limp to his walk as he heads over to the sidelines. Hopefully we can see him back shortly.
So it will be first and 10 for the Bears from about the 35-yard line.
And so depending on the severity of this injury, this is territory they haven't been in a long time. You just lost the primary source of your offense, so how can Sukup adjust? Are we going to see a lot of those screen passes we saw in the first drive? They're going to try and work the run game through a few different guys. We'll see what kind of approach they bring.
Yeah, and Joey, what have you seen from this Cougar defense so far in this one?
Well, after that first drive, we see them limit even that first down play. They prevented Templar from getting to the outside like he did early on, and they seem to just be a lot better adjusted from that first drive.
Handoff, keeping it that time for the Bears was Blaze Bauman. And
Hank Osbush with the tackle.
Pickup of about 4.
Second and 6.
So second and 6. Ball right at the 39-yard line.
And in a situation like this with a guy like Templar gone, obviously you know it affects the offense, but the defense can be a little caught off guard too. Your game plan kind of goes out the window when you don't know what they're going to run next.
Now a quick little throw to the outside. That's to Baszler. And Baszler brought down out of bounds.
Circle's passing is complete to number 1, Ethan Bessler.
And it will be another first down for the Bears.
That's the first down for the Bears.
So now it'll be Blair working from the 47-yard line.
When you got a team that has this much of a screen-heavy offense, got to be ready to make those quick open field tackles. Don't let them get any momentum going.
So now the handoff, it's Templar. He's back in the game, and he is taken down. Looks like he maybe picked up 2 yards there.
Nate Pekar with the tackle.
So it should be about 2nd and 8 from the 49.
Game 2 at 2nd and 8.
6 minutes to go now in this first half. Not a lot of sense of urgency from Blair. They're in no hurry to get these plays off.
And I think that's where they need to be. Just try and consistently move those chains. No need to get any sense of urgency from that offense.
And now dropping back. And right over the head of Templar. A bit of an errant pass there from Soka.
Yeah, and right there, I think he saw the pressure coming and just kind of assumed somebody would be there. Lucky that one wasn't intercepted. Heffelfinger just about a step and a half behind that ball. Could have been a costly turnover.
Yeah, and we really haven't seen a lot of pressure put on the Bears from this Cougar defense in this one so far. This offensive line, just looking down there, those are some big boys down there. Done a nice job holding back this defensive line and this pass rush of the Cougars. So 3rd and 8, ball on the 49. Dropping back once again, Soka, and throwing over the middle, and he finds Brown, and Brown is taken down into Cougar territory, and that will be placed at about the 33.
By Joshua Sheard.
Yeah, and a big play there from Brady Brown. You saw Nate Pekar in coverage, lost his footing, able to open up room for Brown. And then after that reception, sort of running through Heffelfinger to push for an extra few yards.
So now at about 5:20 to go in this first half. The pistol formation once again, Soka. And in motion is Baszler. And that was Templar once again.
Nate Pekar with the tackle.
Picked up about 3 yards, it looks like there.
See if they try and give Templar any more handoffs to the outside, because we saw in that first drive, it's really where they got the primary source of their offense. They've tried it one since, and the defense did a really good job adjusting to it.
Now working in the pistols, Soka. The snap. Quick little throw. And
Soka's pass complete to Creighton Macklin.
so Creighton Macklin, the senior, gets the catch. And they will give him the first down. So another picked up first down here for the Bears. Clock continues to run at about 4:15 to go in this first half. Cougars lead 7-0. Approaching the red zone is Blair. The pistol once again. Snap. Drops back. Soka with the fake. Now a deep throw. And incomplete pass in the end zone. Good defense there. That was Joshua Sheard. Nice defensive play there.
Yeah, and that was a big late breakup. For a second, looked like there might have been the extra step there on the offense. They would have been able to get that complete, but last-second adjustment, saving them 7 points.
Look at those fade back shoulder passes there. So here's the snap. And Templar keeping it running up the middle, gets past the 20, now brought down at about the, looks like the 17-yard line.
One thing the Cougars have done a much better job with in the run game is early on we saw a lot of plays where Templar was able to go 5-6 yards without being touched, and right now he gets right by that line of scrimmage, and they're at least getting a hand on him to slow him down.
So this will be 3rd and 5. Ball on the 18. Blair working in the red zone now. And showing blitz is the Cougars. There's the snap. The handoff to Templar. He's got some speed up the middle and brought down to about the 16-yard line.
Ethan Lee with the tackle.
Excuse me, the 11-yard line.
Gain of 6, that's good for a first
So
down.
gain of 6, another first down for Blair. Under 4 minutes now at 3:45 to go in this first half.
Yeah, and like you mentioned a few minutes ago, this offense not rushing at all. They are taking their time, looking to kill some clock, just consistently working it down the field.
There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Now keeps it himself is Sokup and slides past the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
On the quarterback sneak.
So it'll be a pickup of 3 on the
He
play.
slides down after a gain of 3. It's 2nd and 7.
So 2nd and 7 to go.
Good awareness there from Sukup. Not a guy that really likes to take off with it, but knew he had nobody open, wasn't going to risk a turnover, and knew he could pick up a few yards just running it right up the middle.
So 2nd and 7 now. Blair inside the 10 at the 8. The snap. The handoff to Templar up the middle. And he's brought down past the 5 at about the 4-yard line. So pick up a 4. So it'll be
Tackled by number 3.
3rd and 3 from the 4-yard line.
3rd and 3 for the Bears from the 4-yard
They
line.
don't have to get into the end zone to pick up a first down. So this isn't a 3rd and goal situation. 3rd and 3. Ball on the 4, so they got to get to the 1. 2:10 to go in the first half. The snap. The handoff to Templar trying to get to the outside, and nice tackle there.
Carried by Brock Templar.
And on the tackle was Nosbish, and he comes up limping, will stay on the field.
4th and
That was a
1
huge
for the
tackle,
Bears.
Joey.
Yeah, that was crucial. Once we saw Templar get to the outside, that inside cut looked like it was going to easily give him enough, but the last second forced down to the ground by Nospich. Really a big move.
And Blair looks like we'll call a timeout with 1:38 to go in this first half. I just want to remind you today's game sponsor is Fast Physical Therapy of Foot and Ankle Center of Nebraska and Iowa.
Watch for those.
Minute 38 to go on the clock, Joey. We're going to have a 4th and 1 situation. They got to get 1 yard to get the first down. They don't have to get to the goal line. What do the Cougars need to do on the defensive side here?
I mean, obviously we've seen the run to the outside, and it definitely is an option, but I'm packing it in. I'm waiting for either the QB sneak or the quick handoff to Templar. I'm just going to try and push, do everything I can to prevent them from getting that 1 yard. If they're going to try and deceive me with a pass, I can live with that.
Yeah, you're going to want to be watching the QB keeper here too. Definitely a possibility. So, but these are the kind of plays you work on in practice. You know, those 1 yard stands, 4th down. See what they can do here. So here we go. Ball on the 2. 4th and 1. Minute 38 to go in this first half. Cougars lead 7-0. In the pistol, once again, not under center, is Sokup. And the snap. The handoff to Templar, and they are all over him. And a big stop for the Cougars on 4th down. How about that, Joey?
I mean, that was just as big as it gets. A massive stop from the defensive line. They knew exactly where Templar was going, and the momentum shift. Monumental there. It was an opportunity for Blair to easily tie this one up going into the half. But now Gross likely going to be able to go into the break 7-0 at the minimum if they can't drive it down. Likely you're going to just take a conservative approach on this next drive. Just kill some clock, go into the break up.
Yeah, what
But a
you don't
huge
want to
stop.
do is turn the ball over in this territory. Ball only at the 4-yard line. But a huge stop for the defense of the Cougars. Now the snap, the quick handoff there. And it is Pekar who keeps it. And just at about the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. Actually lost a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
So 2nd and 11 did lose 1 yard. Ball on the 3-yard line.
And honestly, a situation right there where you just want to get some breathing room. Kind of a down where I was wondering if they'd bring in Nospich just to kind of try and push through for a few yards.
Pistols Duncan takes the snap. Now on the bootleg. Keeps it. He's got to get out of the end zone. And it is a safety. Waiting for the signal. And they do signal it. It's a safety for Blair. So that will be 2 points. Yep, and they make it official right there.
That's a safety for the
2
Bears.
points for the Bears, and they will get the ball.
Yeah, right there, just not the play call you wanted to see if you're Gross. You got less than a minute remaining in this game. The opportunity just to push it down the field, even if you're only gaining a yard or going down at the line of scrimmage. You can kill that clock, get rid of the ball. But right there, able to roll back, stay in the end zone throughout that entire thing too.
Yeah, and it almost was like Duncan didn't realize he was still in the end zone. He kind of just took the tackle, not able to get outside, at least to the 1-yard line. So it's now a 5-point game. You don't see that too often, but very defensive game for both teams so far in this one, Joey.
Right, and honestly, not what you'd expect
No,
from this
not at
matchup.
all.
Blair, a struggling defense, and Gross, historically the last year or two, has just had a fantastic offense. Last year, we knew the ability to put up points on the board, and even so far this year have done a really good job.
So it will be Blair. They will be receiving this ball. 46 seconds to go in this first half.
I know this Blair team doesn't really like to take any deep shots, but they could have an opportunity to do something here. 2 timeouts left, 46 seconds. We'll see where this kickoff gets them. And this Blair team playing pretty inside, not expecting anything over their heads.
So the kick is underway. This is Templar, and he still has it. He's still going, and he is going to go all the way into the end zone. Actually, that was Ben Holcomb, the 6'1 senior, takes it all the way, and just like that, it is 8-7. Blair takes the lead.
With a made PAT, we will see 9 points in 10 seconds here from Blair. What a quick momentum shift.
Yeah, Holcomb showing off his speed there. The senior took it all the way to the house.
And from Gross, just about 4 or 5 plays ago, you got an unbelievable stop on 4th down. You have the ball up 7, thinking you might be able to just kill clock, go into the break up 7-0, and all of a sudden this game rapidly changing.
Yeah, quite the turn of events here.
So Blair,
And that one is good. So Blair takes a 2-point lead with 35 seconds to go in this first quarter.
and with that change, up 9-7, and they will also get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, something else to keep in mind there, Joey. So quite the transpiring of events here at Bryan High.
And we mentioned Blair's ability on special teams. Last week they had a kick return for a touchdown as well. That one was Ethan Basler. They've also had 2 blocked field goals on special teams. So 2 teams that really have the ability to do a lot on that side of the field, but Blair really showing up tonight.
So this will be Heffelfinger and Weston Miller back to receive the kick. And you would expect a squib kick right here with 35 seconds on the clock.
Absolutely.
So now another kind of momentum shift in this game, Joey.
Right, it's been back and forth throughout these 2 teams, but the last, I was going to say few minutes, but looking at the game clock, the last 10 seconds has
Right,
been all
right.
Blair. About as much as you could possibly do in a 10-second span.
So the Cougars would like to get a kick return for a touchdown of their own here. And it will be Weston Miller who has it. Takes it to the 20 now, the 25. Little spin move and taken down at about the 26-yard line. So there will be 30 seconds to go in this first half. And now what do you think the move is here? Ball in your own territory.
First and 10 Cougars.
Tried to play it aggressive a little time ago, and that ended up with 9 points on the board.
And for that
For the
exact
Bears.
reason, I imagine they'll play it safe here. Maybe on this first down you try and do something, but just knowing what happened your last play out, I could see them taking a lot smarter approach here.
So it is Colby Duncan working in the gun. He's got 4 out wide, and he will hand this one off. And it is Pekar, and Pekar with a nice little run, taken down at the 35, and a timeout called by the Cougars. Good timeout there. 23 seconds to go on the clock.
First and 10 Cougars.
Got to think if you wanted to get a field goal to try to take the lead, you'd have to probably get to about the 20, 25-yard line.
For sure. So, yeah, a lot of work here now, but still 2 timeouts left for Gross. And really that first down play is just kind of reading how the rest of your drive is going to go. If they got taken down at the line of scrimmage or behind, probably would have called it a half. But because they had that 8-yard pickup, able to create some open field, now you want to see what you can do with this. Can you work it into some points, maybe even take the lead going into the half?
Yeah, and I have a feeling, Duncan, he's going to be keeping an eye on the safeties here, seeing what they're doing. If they're playing up at all, you got to try to go deep and get some yardage to try to take back the lead with 23 seconds to go on the clock.
For sure, and we know they have some players that are able to that have that big play game in them. We know Weston Miller is able to get that deep ball reception. Bryson Sargent, I believe, is the one that had that 94-yard touchdown week 1. So there are guys in this team that can make those big plays.
So here we go. Ball on their own 34. Gross, 2nd and 2 here. The snap. Duncan is dropping back, now on the move, and little pass there, and it is complete. That is to Pekar. And looked like he was able to get out of bounds.
First and 10 for the Cougars.
And no, he was not, but they will take a timeout. So 1 timeout left for Gross, 2 left for the Bears.
Timeout to the Cougars.
Great work by Duncan there. Risky play. The defense getting closer and closer. Fired for the last second pass, but just kept looking to his guys, waiting for somebody to open up. And there was Pekar, that last second cut to the inside.
Yeah, good heads-up play there by the senior, Colby Duncan. And that's just smart football playing right there. Able to get it out, scrambling, saw Pekar open, and able to get the first down and more. And now they're working in Bears territory.
Right, and we know they only have 7 points to show for this first half, but they've done a really good job at when they need to quickly working that ball downfield.
So 15 seconds to go here. 4 out wide. And the snap. Duncan dropping back, throwing, and finds Cogswell, takes a hit, but holds on to the ball.
Alex Cogswell, first down Cougars.
And another timeout called for Gross Catholic. So 9 seconds left on the clock. And Cogswell took a hit, held on to the ball, but that's something that Coach Van Hout talked to me on the phone about, is how tough Cogswell is on the practice field. He said he wasn't surprised by the success he's had this year because he works so hard at practices, totally dedicated, and he even talked about last week, took about 3 just real tough hits, gets right back up, and we saw another one there.
Yeah, and that's always going to be a quarterback's favorite target, the guy where you know you can put him in a little bit of a rough situation, but ultimately they're still going to come down with it. The guys that say, no, if I can catch it, throw it to me. I don't care if a hit's coming at me. I will get that ball for you. We'll get a first down.
So the ball on the 33, 1st and 10, probably still not field goal range quite yet, but
And now you got to imagine they're going to be looking at the outside of the field to try and get a quick catch and out of bounds.
Yeah, no timeouts left for the Cougars, 2 for Blair. 4 out wide once again. Colby Duncan throwing deep, and that one's over the head of number 8, Bryson Sargent.
So now only time for one play, 4 seconds left. Got to imagine they're going to have to just go for the end zone and hope for the best.
Yeah, they're going to have to just throw one deep here. So Duncan goes to the huddle. 4 seconds on the clock. Blair leads Gross 9-7 here.
No shortage of entertainment in this last minute of the first half.
Yeah, this game so far been quite a nail-biter already in this first half. Duncan trying to get away, and he is sacked. And that will do it for this first half. That was Blaze Bauman. And that will take us to halftime. Once again, like to remind you, today's game sponsor, Fast Physical Therapy, a foot and ankle center of Nebraska and Iowa. We will take a quick break, but come on back. We'll have the exciting second half action for you right here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gross Catholic's Night in New York homecoming halftime celebration. This past week, we've been celebrating and having tons of fun spending time in the Big Apple. Monday, we wore jerseys sporting our favorite teams. New York is well known for the Jets, Mets, Yankees, and stadium food. Tuesday, we did our best to light up the halls like Times Square by wearing bright neon colors. On Wednesday, we prayed, laughed, learned, and served our community during our school-wide mission day. On Thursday, we dressed for success in our best high-fashion business casual attire, and on Friday, we exploded with school spirit as we dressed in our best orange and blue. Tonight, we welcome parents, family, friends, and the alumni of Gross Catholic, and thank you for your continued support of this great community. Tonight, we'd like to introduce our New York City royalty. These dukes and duchesses, princes and princesses, have been chosen by their peers to reign over the kingdom of Gross Catholic. Let their reign begin. First, let's meet the sophomore royalty. Our first couple is Duke Cooper Capisi and Duchess Tessie Byros. Duchess Tessie Byros is the daughter of Dylan Byros and Beth Byros. Beth is a graduate of Gross Class of 1996. Tessie plays softball and is a member of the student council. Her favorite subject is algebra. If she had to pick a favorite musical, it would be Mean Girls. After graduating, she intends to be an elementary school teacher and travel as much as possible. Duchess Tessie Byros. Standing in for Duke Cooper Capisi tonight is Dang Kier. Duke Cooper Capisi is the son of Kevin and Laura Capisi. Cooper is involved in basketball, baseball, and football. Fun fact about Cooper is that he has an autographed baseball from Mike Trout and Nolan Arenado. His favorite musical is The Lion King. Folks, Duke Cooper Capisi. Our next couple is Duke Patrick Demon and Duchess Olivia Chow. Duchess Olivia is the daughter of Sean and Sydney Chow. She plays soccer and is a member of student council. Her favorite musical is The Little Mermaid. One might say she has a sophisticated taste for theater. Let's welcome Duchess Olivia Chow. Duke Patrick Demon is the son of Jason Demon, class of 1992, and Laura Demon. Patrick enjoys being part of the basketball team. His favorite musical is The Lion King. Someday Patrick would like to become a captain of a sailboat. Let's welcome Duke Patrick Demon. Let's welcome our junior royalty. First off, Duke Peter Ginn and Duchess Marie Brosek. Duchess Marie is the daughter of Bob Brosek, class of 1990, and Tracy Brosek. Marie is a member of Middleton's salt team and powerlifting. Fun fact about Marie is she has a horse named Missy. Her favorite musical is The Sound of Music. Once she graduates Gross, she intends to go to nursing school. Please welcome Princess Marie Brosek. Standing in for Duke Peter Ginn is Jack Bywater. Duke Peter Ginn is the son of Jason Ginn and Michelle Ginn, class of 91. Peter's on the football, baseball, and robotics team. Every day when Peter gets home, he is greeted by his three ducks, Jerry, Kevin, and Leroy. They just quack him up. His favorite musical is Shrek the Musical. Please welcome Duke Peter Ginn. Our next couple is Duke Tommy Brosek and Duchess Joelle Krisman. Duchess Joelle is the daughter of the late Dan Krisman and Lori Krisman. She participates in cheer, volleyball, and powerlifting. Joelle loves shopping and holidays, especially Christmas. Her favorite musical is Grease. It's electrifying. After graduating Gross, she intends to go to college to be a nurse for a labor and delivery unit. Please welcome Duchess Joelle Krisman. Duke Tommy Brosek is the son of Tim Brosek, class of 1976, and Sue Brosek. Tommy's on the baseball and tennis team and is involved in powerlifting. Tommy has a dog named Archie, and his favorite dipping sauce is Chick-fil-A. In the future, Tommy has plans to visit all 50 of the United States. Please welcome Duke Tommy Brosek. And our final junior couple is Duke Calvin Roberts and Duchess Anna Puentes. Duchess Anna is the daughter of Diego Puentes and stepmom Nicole Puentes, and Melissa Jankowski and stepdad Tom Jankowski, class of 2000. She's on the tennis and basketball team. She's a member of student council and a student ambassador. Fun fact about Ava, she has a collection of Crocs, of which she is very proud. Her favorite musical is Hamilton, and in the future she plans on studying biology and having a career in the medical field. Please welcome Duchess Ava Puentes. Duke Calvin is the son of Henry and Tracy Roberts. Calvin enjoys playing football, basketball, and baseball. Fun fact about Calvin is he is the youngest student in the class of 2025 and still has his mom cut his steak for him. Calvin's favorite musical is Aladdin, and in the future, Calvin would like to study criminal justice and psychology in college and pursue a law career in law enforcement. Please welcome Duke Calvin Roberts. And now let's hear it for our Gross Catholic High senior royalty. Our first couple is senior Prince Ryan Weiss and Princess Ariana Alcala. Princess Ariana is the daughter of Roland and Tia Lisa Alcala. Ariana is a member of the varsity cheerleading, band, and powerlifting teams. When Ariana was a kid, she had dreams of becoming an astronaut. She intends to continue her education after graduating, but is still deciding on a career path. Please welcome Princess Ariana Alcala. Standing in for Prince Ryan Weiss is Chris Constantino. Prince Ryan is the son of Alan Weiss, class of 1990, and Rita Weiss. Ryan participates in football, basketball, track and field, and golf. Fun fact about Ryan is he is related to Evel Knievel. His favorite musical is The Lion King, and after graduating, he plans to study actuarial science at Drake University. Please welcome Prince Ryan Weiss. Our next couple is Prince Brendan Broham and Princess Gabby Hunter. Princess Gabby is the daughter of Robert and April Hunter. She's on the cheer team, and she has been a varsity captain for 2 years. In addition, she's involved in dance, student council, student ambassadors, and powerlifting. Gabby's favorite musical is The Lion King, and after graduating, she intends to attend the University of Nebraska at Omaha. Please welcome Princess Gabby Hunter. Duke Brendan Broham is the son of Amanda Broham. Fun fact about Brendan is that he works at the Omaha Henry Doorly Zoo. His favorite food is sushi, and he enjoys fishing and basketball. Brendan has yet to watch his first Broadway musical, but he's looking forward to getting some suggestions. Please welcome Prince Brendan Broham. Our next couple is Prince Colby Duncan and Princess Savannah Schofield. Princess Savannah is the daughter of Biff and Kelly Schofield. Kelly is from the graduating class of 1996. Savannah's on the volleyball and tennis teams and serves as a student ambassador. Savannah's worst fear is clowns, and she does not enjoy thunderstorms. Her favorite musical is Wicked, and in the future she would like to go to college in Minnesota and study forensic science. Please welcome Princess Savannah Schofield. Standing in for Prince Colby Duncan is Isaac Dees. Prince Colby is the son of Cole and Allison Duncan. Allison is a member of the graduating class of 2004. Colby participates in football, basketball, and baseball. Fun fact about Colby is he is a proud member of the Barrett House and loves to make a new chance to show his house spirit. His favorite musical is The Lion King, and in the future, Colby would love to play football in a college program. Please welcome Prince Colby Duncan. Next up is Prince Christian Sawicki and Princess Anna Simpson. Princess Anna is the daughter of Tyrell and Tricia Simpson. She's on the softball and powerlifting teams. She's a member of the Drama Department Student Council Life Core Team, National Honor Society, and is a student ambassador. Fun fact about Anna is she dreams of someday owning at least 2 cows. Her favorite musical is Mamma Mia, and in the future she intends to be a nurse. Please welcome Princess Anna Simpson. Prince Christian Sawicki is the son of Alan, class of 93, and Melissa Sawicki. He participates in baseball, powerlifting, academic decathlon, student council, and student ambassadors. Fun fact about Christian, he enjoys playing guitar and he's left-handed. His favorite musical is Hairspray, which makes sense because he's one of the nicest kids in town. He plans to study mechanical engineering in college. Please welcome Prince Christian Sawicki. And our final senior couple is Prince Jack Miller and Princess Martha Yanovich. Princess Martha is the daughter of Rick Yanovich, class of 91, and Christine Yanovich, class of 1990. Martha participates in volleyball, soccer, powerlifting, and choir. She's a SALT team captain for Willett House, member of the Life Core team, and a student council president. Well, Martha has a lot of Cougar spirit. She has a celebrity crush on Troy Bolton from High School Musical, a well-known Wildcat. Martha's favorite musical is Legally Blonde, and she intends to go to the University of Nebraska at Omaha and is considering a career in exercise science. Please welcome Princess Martha Yanovich. Finally, Prince Jack Miller was the son of Kevin and Ann Miller, both graduates of the class of 94. Jack is a member of the tennis, basketball, and baseball teams at Gross Catholic. Fun fact about Jack, he's ranked Diamond 1, which means he's pretty good at Fortnite. His favorite musical is The Lion King, and after graduating, Jack would like to attend the University of Nebraska at Lincoln and would love to be the next Shohei Ohtani. Please welcome Prince Jack Miller. For the way, ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Gross Catholic, a night in New York, homecoming Royal Court. How about a big round of applause for all of them? To find out which prince and princess will be crowned king and queen, come to the coronation tomorrow night at the Gross Catholic Auditorium at 8 o'clock p.m. Homecoming dances from 8:30 to 10:30 in the main gym, and we will see you there. Please welcome to the field the Gross Catholic varsity dance team. Ladies and gentlemen, the Gross Catholic varsity dance team. Nice job, ladies. Now please welcome to the field the Gross Catholic varsity cheerleading team. Ladies, your music is on. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for the varsity cheerleading team. All right, ladies and gentlemen, check your tickets for the Split the Pot. Split the Pot ticket. The winning number is 809-1114. Winning Split the Pot ticket is 809-1114. You can claim your prize at the table where you bought your tickets near the entrance to the stadium. Once again, Split the Pot. Winning number is 809-1114. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have the first winner of the Girls Catholic Booster Club Calendar Club. The winner for $50 is Travis Tangeman. Congratulations, Travis. Your check is in the mail. He's the first winner of the Girls Catholic Booster Club Calendar for this year. Once again, today's game sponsor is Fast Physical Therapy, Foot and Ankle Center of Nebraska and Iowa. Thank you guys for sponsoring the game tonight, sponsoring our live stream, which you can catch if you're at home.
All right, we are back for the second half of action here at Bryan High School. It was a fun first half. That last minute, Blair able to put up 9 points on the board. They lead 9-7. Just a reminder, today's game is brought to you by Fast Physical Therapy of Foot and Ankle Center of Nebraska and Iowa. Austin, what are you looking to see in this second half?
Well, you know, the Cougars, they're going to be kicking back to the Bears. They're going to want that defense to come out. They played well in that first half, had that big stand, lost some of the momentum after that safety, but I'm looking to see if this this Gross defense can come out there, hold the Bears, get them off, get that defense off the field quickly so their offense can come on and try to take back this lead.
Yeah, and for those of you that missed how that first half ended, it was Blair inside the 10-yard line on a 4th and 1. Gross got the stop with less than a minute left, but then got a safety. Colby Duncan got sacked in the end zone, and then the kick back, Blair ran back for a touchdown. So a quick 9 points for the Bears. They lead by 2, and they will start the second half with the ball. So right now it's Colson Priestman ready to kick this one off. And we are officially underway for the second half of action. And this kick going out of bounds. So the rough end of the first half translates into the beginning of the second half here for the Cougars. And we'll see how the defense comes out. The offense here will be led by Bodie Sukup.
Yeah, that's going to place the ball at the 35, Joey. So decent field position for Blair to start this one off.
And we'll see how this Bear offense comes out. A little bit of inconsistency from them in that first half. A few really strong drives. One of them, actually two of them, led to turnover on downs in the red zone, but were able to move it down. But the offense still not able to get any points up on the board. 9 points coming from that defense and special teams. Some motion here and a quick pass over to the side. That's Templar. He's able to move the chains. Keeps going past the 50-yard line. What a start, Brock Templar. Getting that reception multiple times on that play. You thought he was going down, and he just kept getting those cuts inside and out, and they moved the chains. Ball now already in enemy territory at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, and I think that's an important key for this game so far. Once Templar gets to the outside, he's hard to beat. You got to keep him running downhill. Keep him, try to force him to go up the middle if you can.
And it seemed like the Cougars did make that adjustment. They're going to hand it off to him going right up the middle. No easy tackles on Templar. Looked like he was going down at the line. Able to work that one forward for a few. Gain of 2 yards there for Templar. So 2nd and 8 here for the Bears. It wasn't often that you saw the handoff just right up the gut like that. Second down here, quick pass. This one caught and pushed forward a little past the 40-yard line. Appears to be just shy of the first down, though.
Yeah, Creighton Macklin.
Yeah, I believe that's his 3rd reception of this game, and all of them just those quick passes for a few yards.
Yeah, that's the name of the game for Blair. They'll just throw those quick little, 3-4 yard passes.
And right now a 3rd and 1 here.
That's another thing. I'd like to see the Cougars kind of press a little more on the defensive end with their defensive backs. I haven't seen that a whole lot.
Absolutely. The quick handoff here to Templar. Works this down for a first down and more at the 30. 25 goes down at the 20-yard line. Big run there for Templar. Alex Cogswell getting the touchdown-saving tackle there. If he got past Cogswell, he was not going to stop.
Yeah, and this drive really on display is just the speed of this Bears team, and that's something Coach Van Hout talked with me about, coming into this one. He said they've been preparing for the speed of this Blair team, and so far in this second half, it's really moving them down the field.
And to end the first half, their offense worked pretty slow, but here they are quickly working it. They're going to try and air this one out into the end zone. That ball is caught. It is a touchdown for the Bears. That's Brady Brown in the end zone. The first offensive touchdown of the game here for the Bears. A big score there, and this lead will get extended. It's 15-7. Extra point incoming, but we really haven't seen Sukup pass it for more than 5 yards in this game. It's been those quick either screen passes or 5-yard curl routes. That's really the furthest we've seen him air it out, and it worked for the touchdown.
Yeah, got him going deep there.
Extra point here. That one is good. 16-7. It's a 9-point lead here for the Bears. And now it's up to Gross to see how they want to respond.
Yeah, and this is where you'd like to come out, move the ball down the field, try to at least get some points on the board, and then have your defense go out, try to get a stop.
Well, and even after that touchdown from Blair at the end of the first half, Gross got the ball back with just 45 seconds, and they were able to work the ball past the 30-yard line. They got it into enemy territory and were able to have an attempt at a shot at the end zone towards the end. So they worked the ball downfield. It hasn't been an issue of getting the offense to go down. It's been really being able to capitalize and get points on the board. And right now, I think what's important, having just the quick change in this game. You're down 9, momentum not on your side. This is where you really love having a senior quarterback at the helm. He knows how to go through these situations. You know he's going to be calm, composed, not going to let the pressure get to him.
Yeah, and this is where you want to play smart as well. Be smart with the football. Don't turn it over. Try to move the ball downfield, but you don't need the big play quite yet. We're not there. You don't need to air it out the whole time. Be smart with the football here.
Absolutely no need to rush. It's Heffelfinger returns this one past the 30-yard line, cuts inside, goes down at the 36. Jacob Heffelfinger, nice return on that kick.
Yeah, nice return there. That'll get some good field position to start this one for the Cougars.
1st and 10 for the Cougars. They're at the 36-yard line.
So starting field position working well for both teams to open this half. We saw the kick out of bounds, which let the Bears start at the 35. And right now getting one up by the Cougars, who will start at the 36. So Colby Duncan going to lead the offense out here. He's got Peckar to his left. The handoff here to Peckar. Cuts back in towards the middle. Able to fall forward to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, and good run to start the drive for the Cougars. Got to be encouraged by that. Picking up, about 4 yards on the play.
Right, just a good second effort there. You saw right away he was going up the middle, a little towards the right, but that wall shut quickly. He was able to cut inside and find a route to get him a few yards. So once again, here's Duncan, 2nd and 7. Motion here from Cogswell. Fakes the handoff, pass over to Heffelfinger. Gets this ball past the 40.
Duncan's pass complete to Jacob Heffelfinger.
Say he's out of bounds at the 41.
Templar runs him out of bounds.
So it looks to be about 3rd and 5. So a quick 3rd down here for the Cougars. Looking to prevent a 3 and out in their opening drive of this second half. See what they want to do here. A lot of flexibility on a 3rd and 5. A lot of different routes you can take. Takes this snap. Looking for somewhere to go. Under pressure. That throw incomplete. Was trying to find Weston Miller. That one incomplete.
Pass broken up by number 22, Creighton McEllen.
Creighton McEllen right there, knocking that one away. Very close timing on that hit. Was almost a little early, able to time it well though. And so it will be a 4th down here.
Yeah, and Cougars are going to be forced to punt this away. Putting a little more pressure on your defense now, Joey.
Right, this becomes a critical drive here. If Blair is able to put 7 on the board, this becomes a lopsided game, and Gross has a whole lot more work they're going to need to do. Duncan takes the low snap. This one punted away. A friendly bounce there for the home team, picked up, and he will be taken down. Not quite yet, able to get a second burst and go down at about the 22-yard line. That one was Basler.
Tackled by Carson and Kruger. 1st and 10 for the Bears.
Basler taking a bit of a risk there, picking that ball up on a bounce. That one could have been an easy turnover there for the Bears.
Well, and you got to think, too, if it would have touched him, bounced past him, it would have been a live ball.
So now here's Sukup. After a incredibly quick first drive in that second half, they're going to look to pick up right where they left off.
Well, and I feel now is when you got to start putting some more pressure, blitz a little more if you're Gross. Try to put some pressure on Sukup.
And the handoff to Templar, able to pick up a few yards there. That one looks to be a gain of 4.
Tackled by number 76, Vincent Linder. Gain of 3 at 2nd and 7.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. So a 2nd and 7 coming here for the Bears. And right now in this situation, you imagine Templar's going to get a lot of action. They're feeling good about the rhythm they've built. Just get them the ball, work up a few. Just have a consistent, slow drive, not rushing anything. They're going to give it to him again on 2nd down. keeps working this ball forward. Looks to be just shy of the chains.
Yeah,
And he does pick up the first down there.
That's almost kind of been the Achilles heel of this Cougars defense so far this season, Joey. So far, coming into this game, Gross allowing 205 rushing yards a game. You'd like to kind of keep that number down, especially when you're only running for 118. You know, you try to kind of like to keep those numbers a little closer there.
Yeah, and I imagine that stat is one that Blair has been looking at all week long, making sure Templar's a priority. However, they fake the handoff to Templar. Sukup's going to try and take this on his own.
He took a shot there. The ball's on the ground.
We'll see who picked this one up.
Tackled by number 7, Josh Shield.
And it looks like this one will stay with the Bears. Might have been down before that ball was out. But like you said, taking a pretty good shot there. Sukup, not a quarterback that likes to take it very often, but right there, able to pick up a gain of 3. So 2nd and 7 here at the 37. Sukup gets the man in motion. That's Baselar trying to evade a few defenders. He evades Picard, works it forward, and goes down just past the 40-yard line. And we do have a Cougar down on the field at the 30-yard line.
Ethan Lee knocked him out of bounds.
And that is Picard down on the ground.
Gain of 2 on the play. It's 3rd and 5.
So training staff
Timeout
out
on the
here
field.
have a timeout on the field with Picard's injury. Not something the Cougars can afford, a critical player down on the field.
Looks like they're working his legs. Could be some cramps.
And we saw in that first half Templar going down for the Bears just back a few plays later. Have to hope it's the same situation here with Picard.
Well, and we talked about it, Joey. You know, that's kind of been the name of this game. And we expected it coming into, we knew that Blair, they like to run the ball. They're good at running the ball. And that's what they've done well so far in this one.
Absolutely. We saw the offense really not able to get any points on the board until the beginning of this second half, but they had such a quick opening drive where the run game was working strong. They even were able to air it out a few times, but right here we've seen them just consistently running it. Haven't had any big plays yet on this drive, but just enough to keep moving the chain. So it'll be a 3rd and 4 coming back, but this is a team where honestly on a 3rd and 4, you feel fine handing off the ball. And what you do like to see is as Picard gets up, and right now you see him jogging over to the huddle and then going to the sidelines. Have to wonder if it likely probably was a cramp, get stretched out for a second, but now heading over to the sidelines. But for a team like this with such a run-heavy offense and just screen passes, you saw that touchdown pass. They were able to air it out. The defense isn't ready. You got to imagine this Gross defense is always looking for the handoff or the quick screen pass. So if you go for a few deep balls, they're likely not going to see it coming. So back to the action here on a 3rd and 4. Once again, we'll see if Gross decides to bring any pressure.
They're blitzing.
They do. They're looking to bring the house. Templar trying to work forward, and he does for the first down.
By Brock Templar.
Templar able to get that extra
Tackled by
push.
Ethan Lee.
Ethan Lee able to make the tackle, but not until we see the first down picked up after a gain of 6 by Templar.
They're at the 46-yard line.
So ball now forward to the 46. Just under 7 minutes remaining in this 3rd quarter. Fakes the handoff on first down. Quick pass there. That one will be incomplete. Looked like he was looking for Macklin.
And we've seen that all game long. If you're able to pressure Sukup, not very comfortable throwing the ball once you're after him. So they got to try to get some pressure in the backfield, make him uncomfortable, make him get that ball out quick. And we saw an example of that right there.
And so a 2nd down now coming. This Blair team really has no rush in between plays, like to take their time, make sure their players are prepared. Sukup's going to hand this one off on 2nd down. Defense all over him. Looks to be taken down in the backfield. Great play there from Gross.
Yeah, that's what you like to see right there. Bunch of orange jerseys all over, nowhere for him to go. Brought him down. Big stop. 3rd and long now.
No gain, it's 3rd and 10.
Like to try to get their offense on the field now if they can.
Yeah, we've talked multiple times about that outside run and how successful it's been for Blair. Gross clearly prepared for that outside run, and they shut it down right away. So 3rd and long. We'll see what Blair has for us. Once again, the pressure coming, trying to get through. Sukup airing this one out deep. He's got a man. That one is caught inside the 25-yard line. Big pickup there on 3rd down. That one, number 11, Brady Brown.
Yeah, Brady Brown with just an excellent catch. It was great coverage. Not much you can do there. And another 1st down for the Bears, really moving the ball now on this drive.
Yeah, and those big conversions from Sukup have been huge, where he's not used to having it aired out, 15, 20 yards, but when the opportunity comes up, he's handled it well. So now it'll be placed at the 23 for a fresh set of downs. Motion here from Basler. They pitch it to him. Working this ball forward past the 20. Looks to go out at about the 17-yard line.
Bessler, the ball carrier. Tackled by Alex Cogswell. Gain of 5 at 2nd and 5.
And it will be a 2nd and 5 now.
Yeah, and something I've noticed on the defensive end, we haven't called Nosbish's name a whole lot tonight. Not getting the tackles like we are usually accustomed to for him from the linebacker position.
Right, the team's leading tackler, a player usually you can't stop saying his name on the defensive side. Handoff right up the middle. Templar going down inside the 15. Looks to be just shy of the 1st down.
Josh Shield and John Street on the tackle.
Looks like we might have about a 3rd and inches here. However, they will move the chains. He did get enough for the 1st down. Ball at the 13-yard line. And so this is the red zone. The offense has been multiple times 2 turnover on downs in the red zone. Going to try and get a little more success on this drive. The motion here fakes the pitch. Looking to air this one out into the end zone. That one incomplete. Brown nearly able to get it down, but great coverage there from Griff Picard.
Broken up by Griff Picard. 2nd and 10.
Great work there on the 1st down throw, trying to find Brown in the corner of the end zone. Pretty similar play to that first offensive touchdown they had in this 3rd quarter. But the coverage a lot stronger on that one.
Yeah, and that's an encouraging sign from your defensive backs there. Some good coverage, going for the ball.
Yeah, and that's a play I like from both sides. Great coverage, but I also like the decision to go for the end zone, try and throw it on 1st down. As here we see the screen pass. Working this one inside. Templar in the end zone. Got it for a touchdown. Bears with a big score. We talked about Templar's ability in the receiving game as well. Had a touchdown in the air his last game. Gets another one today. However, we do have a flag. I believe that is a holding
there is
call.
a flag. I was going to say, I
thought
thought I saw a holding.
Yep,
oh, yeah.
Picard was held. Seemed like he got pulled back into the ground.
This is a big call here. If it goes against the Bears. It looked like a hold to me.
Yep. Because you saw Picard in pursuit of the tackle.
Yeah, it looked like a chop block.
Mm-hmm.
They got him for
tripping.
And yet they will call tripping there. So this touchdown is moving back.
And that'll give you a little bit, boost of life there for your defense.
Absolutely. Ball will be at the 28-yard line now.
Woo.
A 2nd and 25.
2nd and 25 for the Bears.
Just watching those yards pile up on the scoreboard. Not a fun sight for any Blair fans here.
The thing is, you can't put your guys back too far into a zone coverage because you got to watch Templar here. They're bringing pressure.
Trying to get through that offensive line. He fires this one to the end zone. Brown, did he come down with that ball? He did not. Was knocked away. Ben Brown almost made an unbelievable catch in traffic, but the defensive coverage again knocking that one away.
That was Alex Cogswell there all over him and just showing off that athletic ability. Does it both sides of the ball constantly for this team and puts himself up there, and great coverage there by Cogswell.
And besides that touchdown pass, this secondary has made some big plays on the deep ball. And one would imagine the deep ball is what we're going to see here. 3rd and 25, ball at the 28-yard line. And right now for Blair, you're at least hoping to get it far enough to make it a respectable 4th down if you can't pick up the first here. And it looks like they're going to hand this one off. Nearly got tripped up, able to work this one forward. Templar doing what he does best. Oh my goodness. A 3rd and 25 handoff gets them into the end zone, breaking tackle after tackle.
Touchdown, Blair.
What a play there.
Yeah, and just Templar showing off.
And
that
another
speed.
flag here
Yep.
on the play.
We got another flag down.
This one looks to be going back once again. It is a holding call on Blair, so a 3rd and 25 is going to get even more difficult for you. But wow, penalty aside, what a play there from Templar. I believe I counted 3 different broken tackles on that play. But this one's going to be canceled out. Ball now at the 38-yard line, a 3rd and 35. And right there, honestly, was pretty reminiscent of Gross last year. If they could have a 3rd and 20-something, but the handoff to Garcia still would get you a first down a good amount of the time.
3rd and 35. Crazy.
Not an easy down, especially when the line gets through to him. They go the quick pass to Templar.
Got a tackle
again,
here.
Getting this one forward inside the 25. Brock Templar goes down at about the 28, maybe 27-yard line. Or excuse me, 23 or 22-yard line.
4th down for the Bears.
So that one a pickup of 15 yards there.
So 4th and 20 still. Long ways to go here.
And so they are going for it on 4th down here. First down marker at the 3. So odds are you're firing for the end zone. Defensive line got through and a flag thrown for holding. But either way, that one goes incomplete. A big stop there from the Gross Catholic defense.
Yeah, that is a huge stop there.
Wait to see the call here, but look to be a clear holding call, which will be declined. Wait for the referees to quickly discuss.
There it is.
And so the hold on the offense will be declined. A 3rd turnover on down for the Blair Bears.
And now this is when your offense, you got to move the ball downfield. You got to get some points on the board with this being a 2-score game.
Yeah, and one thing that the Bears did a great job in this quarter is we only saw one possession so far from the Cougars that only lasted 3 plays. The Bears dominated 90% of this quarter, taking up almost the entire time.
Yeah, this crowd, they're going to be fired up here. It's homecoming game here on Friday, and this is a big drive for the Cougars trying to get back in this game.
Right, a situation where the crowd needs to be back in their team. Handoff to Picard on 1st down. He's going to move the chains and more. Another cut inside, dodging defenders left and right. This one just shy of the 50-yard line.
And that's how you do it.
A beautiful first down run. Gets this one from the 23 to the 49, a 26-yard run. Couldn't have asked for a better play on 1st down. Crowd showing their team a lot of support after that play. And that 1st down brought to you by Great Personal Service Bank.
And Blair's looking to play the run here. This would be a good time to go over the top.
They're going to look to air this one out after the motion from Heffelfinger, but Duncan's going to try to go on his legs, works this one forward for a few yards. The play fell apart pretty quick, but Duncan was able to turn it into a positive. Right there, able to gain a few yards, gets this one to the 47. So a gain of 4 there from the quarterback.
Gain of 4, it's 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd and 6 coming. And just 2 plays getting this ball into enemy territory.
Kind of a bunch formation here, Joey.
Motion there from Cogswell. Handoff here, another big run, this time from Nospich. Gets this ball just shy of the 30. And once again, moving the chains, brought to you by Great Personal Service Bank. Another Cougar first down, ball to the 32-yard line with 1:40 remaining in this third quarter. Austin, this Cougar offense working quick on this drive.
Yeah, this is what they needed to do, having an easy time moving the ball down the field. It's been all Pekar here on this drive.
But again, it's Nospich in the backfield. They'll give it to him once more. Falls forward for a few, gets this one just shy of the 25-yard line. Looks to be a pickup of 5 yards. And now Nospich will head over to the sidelines. It's Pekar back in. And the Cougars, just like the Bears, have got the ball deep into the opponent's territory multiple times. The issue has been executing on offense and being able to get points on the board. Hand off to Pekar right up the middle. Stopped in his tracks right around the 30-yard line. Or excuse me, the 25-yard line. Appears to be a gain of 2.
Nate Pekar, ball carrier.
And so it'll be a 3rd and 3 now here for the Cougars.
Clock's still running, though. At a certain point, you're going to have to start getting a little quicker out of the huddle. I know it's not that time yet. You don't want to panic, but at a certain point, you're going to want to have more sense of urgency here on the offensive side.
And right now on this 3rd and 3, Duncan's in an empty backfield. Might be getting some pressure here from the defense. This pass fired into heavy coverage, incomplete there. So a 4th down coming here for the Cougars. Was trying to find Cogswell and had no luck. And that will do it for the third quarter of action here. This game, as a reminder, brought to you by Fast Physical Therapy, a foot and ankle center of Nebraska and Iowa. 16-7 is your score after 3. Should be a fun close to this one. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break and be right back for the final quarter of action.
Ben Holcomb with the quarterback sack of Kobe Duncan loss. On the play, he returned over on downs. Ball carried by Brock Templar. That's a Blair touchdown. Blair's Bauman's kick is no good. Blair 22, Gross Catholic 7. Gross Catholic students. McMenemy House says clean up after the game. McMenemy House, you have clean up after the game. Also, ladies and gentlemen, big announcement here. Happy 29th anniversary this weekend to Steve and Kathy Jesus. 29th anniversary, it's a long time. Congratulations, Steve and Kathy. Jacob Himmelfinger on the return. AJ Donnie on the tackle. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Nick Pickard's ball carrier. Loss of yardage on the play. It'll be 2nd and 13. Duncan's pass complete to Heffelfinger. Gain of 3, it'll make it 3rd and 10 for the Cougars. Duncan's pass intended for Heffelfinger is incomplete. It's 4th and 10. Griff Pickard downs it for the Cougars. Blair takes over 1st and 10. Sequence pass complete to Templar. Luis Chule Martinez with the tackle. It's 2nd and 6. Ball carried by Templar. Nosbush with the tackle. It's 3rd and 2 for the Bears. Temporary ball carrier brought down by Alabama Cougars. Gain of about 3. That's 1st down for the Bears. Pass complete to Creighton Macklin. Josh Sheard gets him initially. Daniel Cogswell brought him down. It's 2nd and 9. Crutching Ethan Lee with the tackle. It's 2nd and 9. Blaze Bauman, the ball carrier. Ryan Reese with the tackle. 3rd and 7 for the Bears. Pass complete to Ethan Bessler. Tackled by Nate Pekar. Lost in the play, it's 4th and 9 for the Bears. Tilkup back to punt. Well done by Carter Saylor. Cougars take over 1st and 10. Kirby Duncan's pass is incomplete. It's 2nd and 10. Pass intended for Sargent is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down for the Cougars. Pass intended for Cogswell. It's incomplete, brings up 4th and 10 for the Cougars. Ball carried by Templar. Tackled by number 52, John Strait. No gain, it's 2nd and 10. Ball carried by Templar. Street and Nosbush knock him out of bounds. Gain of 7, it's gain of 8, it's 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2 now. Ball on the Cougars 43. 5:16 on the clock. You'd love a turnover here if you were the Cougars. And Templar up the middle gets the 1st down. And the clock will run.
Tackled by John Strait. First down.
This is the situation where it just becomes brutal for the Cougars. Every 1st down picked up is potentially another minute and a half off the clock.
Yeah, and we've seen Blair have some success on third down tonight. And that's mixed with their speed and running the ball with Templar. But really, when the momentum's changed, the big play of the game, that safety for Blair really turned things around. And whistle to stop the play.
Timeout to the Bears. Once again, folks, McMinley, you
Blair called the timeout.
McMinley has us clean up.
4:39 to go in this game.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. The moment that really changed everything, or at least started the change, was that safety. I mean, realistically, without that, it's likely 7-0 going into half. So really a 9-point swing there from that play alone. So you take that away, a completely different game here tonight. And what it seems like it's been for the Cougars is just a lot of big mistakes like that that's held them back, whether it's that or just the struggle to convert in close red zone situations. Because overall, you look at the offense throughout the majority of this game, they've gone toe-to-toe with Blair. They've had some really strong drives. They've quickly worked the ball downfield, but a lot of empty possessions, no points on the board.
So the two teams will return to the field. 4:39 to go in the game. 1st and 10. Ball on the Cougars 38. And Joey, I talked about it in pregame. I said it's going to come down to the lines, and it's been all this Blair offensive and defensive lines that's had their way in this game.
Yeah, been able to push around the Cougars tonight.
And Templar kept that one. He'll get about a gain of maybe 2. Looks like a yard on the game.
Gain of 1, it's 2nd and 9.
So now under 4.5 to go. We're at about 4:15 to go in the game. And once again, no hurry by Blair to snap this ball.
Yeah, and right now they're just in the perfect position. They're in gross territory, just 4 minutes to play, able to keep killing that clock.
And there's the snap, the handoff to Templar, and able to get it, break the tackle. Looked like he was going to be brought down by Weiss in the background, but got out of it and had a decent gain there.
In countless plays tonight where it seemed like he was going to go down behind or at the line of scrimmage, and always just that first tackle able to break free and work it forward.
So it will be 3rd and 5, ball on the 33, under 3.5 to go in the game now. Here's the snap, fakes the handoff to Templar, and he's throwing. And it was intended there for
number 1, Ethan Bessler.
Bessler. Couldn't come up with it. So that will stop the clock.
Yeah, surprising to see him go through the air. They needed 5 yards, but we've seen them get 5 yards all night in the run game, and that keeps the clock going. So definitely caught off guard by them going
well,
through the air.
And you'd think you'd want to force the Cougars to start having to use their timeouts there, but they end up throwing the ball. That'll lead to 4th and 5. Probably not in field goal range from here.
Bessler is down on the 10-yard line right now, being tended to. We've seen this a few times tonight. So far, it's been just cramps. Players have returned. So, again, you hope that's the case with Bessler. And he is up, just walking off. So likely just a cramp for him as well.
So 4th and 5, 3:11 to go in the game. Cougars find themselves down by 15. They need a stop here.
A conversion here seems to just about seal the deal. It would need to be perfection from Gross at this point if Blair's able to convert.
Playing some tighter coverage here, pressing. There's a snap, dropping back is Sucker. And it is complete over the middle of the field, and that will be a 1st down. Brady Brown with another reception.
First down for the Bears.
Bears have a touchdown catch in this game.
And now with that clock running, just a brutal situation here for Gross. Got to start burning timeouts.
Yeah, 2:50 to go now in the game. 1st and 10, ball on the 22. Soko working in the pistol. The snap. Hands off to Templar. And up the middle is
Ball
Templar.
carried by Brock Templar.
And there's the first time out taken by the
John
Cougars with
Street
2:27 to
with the
go in the game. So they'll be
Gain of 5 at
have
2nd
2
and 5.
timeouts remaining here. And Joey, what has it been about this Blair team that's just been so
Timeout to the
effective
Cougars.
in this game against this Cougar defense?
Well, I think it's exactly what you were saying. It's just the line difference. That offensive line has done a fantastic job really pushing through, creating opportunities for Templar, but then you give him a few feet to get some momentum, get some speed to his game, and it becomes awfully hard to stop him. He's got the agility to juke some defenders out and the strength to just push through them, and that's really what's done it. But also a few great play calls in the mix. Even their first touchdown of the second half, it was a play where everybody knew they were going to be going to the ground game or a quick screen pass, but they aired it out into the right corner of the end zone. A few passes that have caught the defense off guard, but besides that, the bread and butter's been push the line, get the run game going, move the chains, and that's what's got them up 15.
Yeah, and we had talked about it in pregame how this was going to be a battle of the trenches, and Blair has displayed their ability in that battle, and that has given them a 15-point advantage so far in this one with 2:27 to go in the game. So 2nd and 5, ball on the 17.
I think ultimately the stat that's told this game is the one you mentioned earlier of rushing yards allowed per game. Over 200 yards per game given up on the ground for Gross.
And Templar picks up another
Ball
first
carried by
down
Brock
for the
Templar.
Bears.
Alex Cogswell with the tackle.
So no timeout
First and
taken
goal
here. You'd imagine
for the
he's
Bears.
probably going to. So 1st and goal, they might just let this one run now.
Yeah, right now hard to imagine a scenario where they can get the stop, not give up any points within the 10, and get 2 scores in the next 2 minutes.
So under 2 minutes, Templar keeps it, and he's taken down past the 10 before the 5 at about the,
Templar
looks like
the ball
the
carrier.
7-yard line.
And they will take their second timeout now.
Ethan Lee with the tackle. 2nd and goal for the Bears.
So 2nd and goal, 1:48 to go in this game. Cougars have 1 timeout left, all 2 left for Blair.
And for Gross, if we see this game play out like we imagine it will with Blair taking the win, it's got to be just such a frustrating one to exit because like I said a few minutes ago, I think for the majority of this game, Gross has played toe-to-toe with Blair. They've had some really good drives. They've worked the ball downfield. They've gotten into a really good rhythm at times with Duncan and Picard and even some plays by Nospich. They've played a good game. It's just a few mistakes that have really held them back tonight. So while they're looking at a 15-point deficit and depending on how this drives end, maybe even more from Blair, I don't think the score truly reflects the performance that Gross put on tonight. I think they played a solid game, but mistakes really held them back from being in this game.
Yeah, it all comes down to that pass play from their own end zone, essentially, with the ball on the 1-yard line. Tried to go for the pass. Colby Duncan had to scramble, got sacked in the end zone for a safety. Then the subsequent kickoff from that safety led to a kick return for a touchdown. So back to the action, the handoff here, and good defense there on the play.
Brady Brown with the ball.
So that'll bring up 3rd down.
Ethan Lee with the tackle. Loss on the play.
Looks like they lost about 2 yards on that play.
Timeout Blair. It'll be 3rd down after the timeout.
So 3rd and 11, and Cougars will use their last timeout with 1:41 to go in this game.
Yeah, and it'll be a big 3rd down here for Gross, trying to get the stop, and we'll see if we get to a 4th down, how Blair responds. If they go for the field goal, have only attempted 1 field goal so far this year, and it was unsuccessful, so they have yet to get 3 points on the board this season. We'll see if they try to do that. But for Gross to even get into that situation, they're going to need that stop coming up here.
Well, and if they were to put a field goal up, per se on 4th down. That would give them then making a 3-score game.
Right.
Which is even more of an insurmountable possibility.
Yeah, any points on the board here, you imagine that'll for sure seal the deal on tonight.
So minute 41, 3rd and 11, ball on the 11. It's actually 3rd and goal, excuse me, the handoff to Templar. And he will be stopped short of the goal line at, looks like they'll spot him at the 8.
And it was good work there by Nospich, keeping that grab on Templar, because we've seen a lot of plays where they initially get the hand on Templar and then he bursts free, but Nospich not letting him go, and then the help came, able to make the tackle.
So clock continues to run, 4th and goal, ball on the 7. And offense is staying out there. Under a minute now. And they'll let it run down. And we'll take a timeout. So that'll leave Blair with 1 timeout. 54 seconds to go on the clock. It'll be 4th and goal from the 7-yard line. So after this one, it'll be Gross heading first to Ralston next Friday before taking on Plattsmouth and Norris after that right here at Bryan. And for the Bears, they will play Mount Michael at home next Friday before they go 2 on the road against Bennington, then Elkhorn.
Yeah, and looking at both of these teams for Blair, if they can hold on tonight, they got a lot of momentum going. Starting 0-2, now level out their record at 2-2. For the Cougars, obviously a rough stretch, potentially dropping back-to-back games, but Ralston, even though it's on the road, a great opportunity to get back into the win column.
So back to the action here. 4th and goal, ball on the 7. 54 seconds to go in the game. Fakes the handoff. A little fade pass into the end zone, and it is incomplete. So the Cougars will get the ball on their own 7-yard line. No timeouts. 48 seconds to go, and they got 2 scores to get here. Got to get in the end zone both times.
Absolutely. 48 seconds. I mean, at this point, you need perfection. You need a touchdown in 1 or 2 plays. You need to get an onside. Then you need a touchdown in 1 or 2 more plays. Right now, you need to find the Madden playbook you have for the deep ball, whether it's 4 verts, corner strike, whatever it may be. You're looking deep into your Madden or NCAA 14 playbook right now.
So Duncan drops back. Ooh, almost threw the pick there. It was intended for Sargent. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 from their own 7.
Even right now, late in this game, that defensive line still making it where Duncan has to roll out in a lot of these plays. He's been very quick to get out of the pocket.
Yeah, you would think Blair would be running some kind of prevent here, but they're not. So there's Pekar, gets the pass, and he'll be taken down out of bounds.
Able to get about 8 yards there, but right now you need a whole lot more than a quick dump-off pass for a few.
So 3rd and 2, ball on the 15, 39 seconds to go in the game. Once again, no timeouts for the Cougars. They have 4 out wide. There's the snap. Duncan able to find Sargent there.
Pass complete to Bryson Sargent.
Out of bounds.
First down, Cougars.
Does get the first down. For the fans at home, that Cougar first down brought to you by Great Personal Service Bank. So now 34 seconds on the clock. 1st and 10, ball on the 20. They got to go 80 yards here.
Got to imagine we'll start to see that deep ball into effect.
Duncan throwing, and Pekar can't hold on to it. So It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 20 with 30 seconds to go.
Nate Picker, it's incomplete. It's 2nd and 10.
We said it earlier, but tonight the Cougars just struggling to find that consistent success in the air. It's been the run game, honestly, that has gotten better numbers with guys like Picard.
So now Picard switches sides, still in the backfield. Duncan drops back, keeps it himself, and throws it out of bounds with 23 seconds on the clock. So 3rd and 10 from the 20.
Ball incomplete. It's 3rd and 10.
At this point, you're not looking for the first down. You're looking to go deep. 23 seconds down 15. You're playing 500 right now.
So 3rd and 10, ball on the 20. 23 seconds to go in the game. No timeouts for the Cougars. You got to go the length of the field. Down 2 scores. Duncan dropping back, throwing, finds Pekar, nearly slips, keeps it, still going, and gets past the 35.
We do have a flag back at the throw. Might have been on the hit that Duncan received. And again, the defensive line, just Duncan had no time before getting popped on that throw.
Roughing the passer on the Bears.
Yeah, so roughing the passer called on the Bears. 16 seconds on the clock.
Run. 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
So 15 yards added to the end of the run. 1st and 10. Ball right at the 50. Desperation.
Clock is running now.
Clock is running. And pass is incomplete with 7 seconds to go in the game.
Duncan's pass intended for Bryson Sargent is incomplete. It's 2nd and 10.
I think at this point for Gross, you're just going to fire one up, try and get some points on the board to end your night.
Yeah, they're going to have to do it quick here. So 4 out wide. The snap. Throws it. That's to Sheard, and Sheard taken down, and that will do it. The Cougars fall to the Blair Bears 22-7. And Joey, what was the difference maker in this game?
I mean, ultimately, the one thing we mentioned a lot is the difference in the lines. It was Blair really pushing, creating opportunities for Brock Templar, who really shined the night, highlighted by that 67-yard touchdown run. But the big thing for Gross, like I said, they didn't play a bad game. They didn't play a 15-point loss performance. They had really good moments where the offense looked good. They moved it down the field, but it was the turnovers. It was the struggles in the red zone. And then obviously the 9-point swing at the end of the first half really changed the momentum of the night.
So that will do it for us here. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in. We'd like to thank today's game day sponsor, Fast Physical Therapy of Foot and Ankle Center of Nebraska and Iowa. And until next time, have a good night, everybody.